Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 218. Wow. Of What Does This Button Do? It's an educational show about smartphones and technology with us, Geeks on Tour. All right, YouTube and Facebook. Go ahead and click on that like if you can, and let us know where you're from, and we'll try and get hold of you there. First thing is a quick tip. What do you have there, Chris?
Yeah. Quick tip is about taking screenshots on your phones. You'll see how this gets used in a movie later, but first I need to make sure you know how to take a screenshot. Yep.
All right.
And first on the iPhone. It's different on iPhone and Android. So on the iPhone, next slide, there's a 2-button method and there's a back tap method. So let me show you each of those. Here is my iPhone, and let me get up a screen that I want to take a picture of. So this screen is the map of our travels this summer, and I want to capture that as a photo. So what I do, I have an iPhone that has a home button. So it's 2 buttons. You have to press the power, the right side button here. Let's see if I can get a little bit like
that. Looks better.
Yeah, the right side button and the home button at the same time, and then let go. See how it snaps a shot and then puts it down in the corner?
It takes a little bit of practice.
Yeah, it does take a little bit of practice. Now, if you have a later model iPhone that doesn't have a home button, then it is the power button, the right side button, and the up volume button at the same time, then let go. And where does that screenshot get put? It goes right into your photos. So I can just open up Google Photos and look at photos, and there is the screenshot I just took. But then there's one other. I've started using this new technique, and I really like it. You have to go into settings, and then it's under accessibility and touch and back tap. And you can set double tap or triple tap to do different things. And I have set my triple tap to take a screenshot. So watch this. I'm just going to leave it on this screen, and I just tap the back of the phone. 1, 2, 3. And it took a screenshot. I love that. All right, so that's the iPhone. Then the Android, or in my case, this is a Samsung. And let me get a screen up that I want to take. So in this case, I made a slide about Geeks on Tour, and I want to take a screenshot of that so that it can be included in a movie. It's the 2-button approach, is the power button and the down volume. So can you see my fingers are on the power button and the down volume, and I press them both at the same time and then let go. And it's tricky. It is tricky. It takes a little bit of practice, but power button, down volume at the same time. It's hard to get it under the camera at the right distance too.
No excuse here.
Just
do it.
Okay.
Just do it.
Power and down volume. Well, you'll have to take my word for it.
Don't take her word for it.
Yes, power and down volume does take a screenshot. Or also, there's a setting on the Samsungs that will allow you to swipe your palm. So if you kind of rub See, I just rubbed the side of my hand like I was scanning it with my hand, and it took a screenshot, and I can show you that in my photos. There is the screenshot I just took on the Android. So that's my quick tip.
Okay.
You can take screenshots of content on your phone, and then you'll be able to use them in the movies.
Right. So we got that 2-button method and the palm swipe. All right, cool. Well, hi everyone, I'm Jim, and here together with my wife Chris, we are Geeks on Tour. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? And do you have questions about your Android or your iPhone? And how do you learn about these amazing devices?
We are geeks, also known as propeller heads.
Well, we are.
Therefore, the funny hats. We are geeks who teach, and we've been doing this for since 1983. We've been teaching technology, and now it's pretty much all about smartphones. We pick a different topic to do on this Sunday show once or twice a month, and all of our content is collected on our website, geeksontour.com.
Okay. So, Chris, where are we now?
Oh, we are at a very special place. And this is, we thank our friend Chloe so much for letting us take over her dining room. Take over her dining room so we can stay cool and do this show. Chloe owns a bed and breakfast extended stay farmstead called Big Mill. And I want to show you briefly her website.
Okay.
So it's just bigmill.com, so easy. And if you're ever looking for a place in North Carolina just to hang out for a while, this would be our number one choice. And for fun, take a look at Chloe's blog. You'll get to know her, and I'll bet you will learn to love her as much as we do.
Okay.
And we are going to use Big Mill for the first of our sample movies. So go ahead and roll that movie. This is a movie we made with us.
Well, without that was a lot of fun.
So that, hopefully you noticed that at the beginning of that movie and at the end, we used the sign, the Big Mill sign, to be kind of our title slide and our ending slide. And there was music, and there was photos, and there was videos. And we're going to show you just how easy it is to make those.
All right. And we do want to say hi to our live members. There's a bunch of them here. And okay, Jolyn and Judy and Tom. Wow. Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Yes. Hello, Richard. And Tech for Senior, waiting for the greatest show on YouTube. What a guy. All right. And Henry, Shy Guy. Diana. And where's
Mary from Arizona. I'll bet it's hot there.
Guten Tag from Berlin.
Ah.
Okay, Chuck Parker's here.
Ah,
Hey, a lot of our friends.
You're
Isn't
gonna
that great?
and you're going to see a little bit about Chuck Parker.
I didn't know we were going to put him in there, did
Well, I did send him an email, but he didn't
Okay.
hopefully it's okay with him.
All right. I keep
Okay.
running into these things. Cool. All right.
Yes, Mary Brown says it is really hot here. It's hot everywhere, but I'll bet Arizona takes the cake.
Okay.
Yes, Jolyn, we are definitely in someone's dining room, and you can tell that this is
we're much more comfortable in here than we would be in the van today. It would be noisy and hot. So.
our air conditioner is working good, but then it's so loud that we wouldn't be able to do the show. Yeah. And yes, you can tell here that this is a house full of antiques. It's been a farmhouse here since 1922, I believe.
Okay. Neato. Okay.
Okay. So our topic for today.
And, well, let's see. We said hello, but we want to say thank you to our premium members. You're the ones that make all of this possible, and we have some nice things to give you. All right, Chris.
So I say that Google Photos, it's not just easy. It's basically instant. It is an instant movie maker. All you have to do is choose the photos and video clips that you want in your movie, and Google makes you the movie. And here's a little tutorial video on that. $4.99.
Hi, this is Chris Gold with Geeks on Tour, and I want to show you one of my favorite things about Google Photos. I can make little movies so easy. You just open up the Google Photos app, and here are all of my pictures. I happen to have gone to a beautiful park the other day, and I want to make a movie of the pictures and video clips that I took. I just long press on the first one that I want and notice the check mark. Now I can just tap on multiple pictures and little video clips. And every time I tap on one, it gets selected and it will be included in my movie. I now have 12 pieces selected, both photos and video clips. All I do now is tap on the little plus and tell Google Photos, make me a movie. And it takes those 12 pieces, adds music. All I have to do is tap save. And I now have a beautiful little movie that I can send to friends, share on Facebook. Is that quick and easy and sweet, or what?
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
And that is it. Did you see that? You just select the photos and videos, click the plus, click movie, and it gets done for you.
That's nice.
But I, of course, have a few things to teach you about it. And I'm going to demo live now, making a movie using Google Photos on my iPhone. So here's the iPhone. And I'm going to make a little movie about our travels this summer. The hardest part, or the part that takes the longest time, is picking which photos and videos you want included in your movie. So I've already done that. I've picked a handful of my favorite photos and videos from our summer travels, and I have put them into an album called 2021 Movie. And oh, notice that there are 23 items. I actually think you should keep it under 20 if possible. This feature is just for tiny little movies. You're not doing any full featured. all of mine are less than 1 minute long. So 23 items. I open the album. I long press on the first picture, and then I just drag down, and they get all the pictures that my finger drags over get selected. See the little blue check mark in the left-hand corner? I tap plus, and I tap movie. And it has to do a little bit of work, but it's all hands off. The number one problem that you'll see as soon as it's done is it renders it vertical. So see that? It's vertical. They started this about a year ago, maybe a little bit more, thinking that everybody only has phones and they want their movies to be vertical, to be in the portrait orientation. And that was our only choice a year and a half ago. They've now given us the option, but by default, it still comes out vertical. And it's this little button right here. You can make it landscape, make it horizontal. All of my content, my photos and my videos, I took them all horizontal. So I want the movie to be horizontal. Okay. So that's the first thing that needs to be changed for me. And then I want to use this picture. That's the screenshot, remember? I took a screenshot of the map of our travels, and I want that to be both the first and the last slide. I'm going to use that as kind of my title slide. But notice also that it's cut off. I just figured this one out. They crop it for the vertical. So in order to fix that, I have to remove that and then go add it back now that I am in the horizontal mode, and it will add back without getting cropped. Where'd it go? It's so much easier when you can just do everything right from the album. Now there it is. Okay. So I add that back in, and now it is not cropped. Now I want it both at the end and at the beginning. 3 dots and duplicate. Now I can just drag the one up to the top. So now that will be my opening slide and my closing slide. Let's take a look. I don't like that music at all. So let's see what other Did you?
No, I don't like that music at all.
So this little music note here opens up. And if you do have some of your own music that is copyright free, you can use that. I always just go to their theme music. And I don't like that one. So, and that's under electronic. I think I'll go to reflective.
Oh.
That was a little bit calmer, yeah. And you can see there's dozens, but I'll choose that one. So I've changed the orientation. I have added another slide, and I have reordered it. I've changed the music, and I think that's all I'm going to do. I tap on save, and I now have a movie complete with music and video. Okay, don't have to play it again. But see what I mean by short is good? Hopefully you got a little bit of a flavor of what our summer travels have been like in a fun, entertaining way in less than a minute. So that is about making movies with Google Photos from your photos and videos. I did a little bit of editing in that demo, but here's a little bit more instruction about the editing that you can do.
Hi, this is Chris Gould with Geeks on Tour, and this tutorial video is about editing a video that has been made either automatically or by you with Google Photos. This has to have a mobile device, so I am on my iPhone here. It works the same on an Android, and I'm going to show you how you can delete or add photos or video clips to the existing movie, how to change positions of your pieces, and how to trim and expand videos. So I go into Google Photos and I find my movie, Movies. And here is the movie that was created of our train ride on the Rio Grande Railway. I don't like that music. And there are a few things I might want to change the order of, and that clip is the wrong piece of that video. Okay, so how do we do that? We tap on the video and tap the edit button. That's the multi-lines with the little dashes in the middle down here. It has to do a bit of preparation. First, I think I'll change that annoying music. That's the little music symbol here. And if I have my own music, I could add it here, but I'm just going to use their theme music, and I don't like that one. Let's see what else we got. I don't like that one. I like that one. I'll keep it by tapping the check mark. Now I'll go through and see if there are any photos or videos that I just don't want in here at all. This one was a little video about going through where there had recently been a fire. That's interesting for my memory, but it's really not pretty. I think I will remove it. So you tap the three dots and remove. So that clip is now not in the movie anymore, and you could do that with any photo or video clip along here. Now let's say there was something else I wanted to add. At the very bottom, there's the plus to add photos and videos, and notice it should take you to the place in your photos that is around the same timeline as the movie that you're working with. It actually does that quite well. And it was interesting that there's actually a beer with the name of Rio Grande Railway, and that's that bottle right there. I think I will add that to my video. But I don't want it at the bottom. I want it somewhere in the middle. It is so easy to move things around. Just touch and hold on the actual picture and then just drag up to where you want it. And the last thing you can do is change the length. So that beer bottle is nice, but it doesn't need to take up very much. So I just tap on that little white line, and the same thing, you could either expand or shorten any photo, also video. So let's go to this very last one. I like this piece of video, but I want it to go all the way to the end. Yeah, when I get to the back of the train and we're still watching it. Now you can watch the video by tapping right there. Now I'm thinking that there was actually more to it. If I expand that all the way to the beginning and all the way to the end, I still don't think I'm seeing the entire video clip that I took. So if you tap on the three dots, It has show entire video. See, when Google Photos first made this video, it decided on pieces of the videos to download. I say, no, I want to see the whole thing. Now I know I have the whole video to work with. And there we have it going to the end. I'll make it a little bit shorter here. And I think I like this. I will save. And now we'll play it and see what it looks like. It's starting where I left it at the end. Let's go to the beginning. And here is my completed video with the pieces in the order that I want. Let's look at it this way. And that is how you edit a video in Google Photos.
Okay. Very good. I like that one.
All righty. We had a few questions here.
Okay.
Echoing in the background.
Let's see.
Barbara asked about where is the movie saved to send to friends. It's an MP4 file and it's in your Google Photos library. So you can just share it from there. I would get a link and then just paste the link wherever you want people to see it.
And Richard wants to know where you get the music from.
It's built into the software, the music that all the music you've heard so far. And since it can be important to use copyright free, I usually just stick to the built-in music. Every once in a while, I've made one with my own music just for my own purposes. But
Yeah. Okay. Bill wants to know if would recording our voice and adding it to the music do a voiceover for the movie.
it probably would, but as I said, that sounds like too much work to me. If you're gonna, if you're gonna need to do that, I would use other software. I mean, the whole purpose of the Google Photos Movie Maker is to be instant, easy. I would use Filmora or Camtasia in my, and there's lots of other ones that are more full featured than Google Photos.
All right. Mary says she thought she made a movie. Perhaps she didn't save it. Where would it be?
Well, it might be one of the problems. But I will show you how to search for movies.
And how do you put photos in a particular sequence?
You just drag them. Once they're in the movie, I mean, I think they just get put in date order in the movie, but then you can edit and touch and hold on one image and drag it to wherever you want.
Okay. My great world travel videos, Google Warinsky's YouTube videos. Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Does it help to create the album, put them in the order you want, and then create the movie? And will they be in the order that you set?
I've tried to figure that out, John, and I'm just not sure. You know, play with it and tell me. Okay.
Mary says she found it.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And much harder to create. Photopia Creator, but they are wonderful travel logs.
So okay. Photopia, I have heard of, and yeah, that might be one. Photopia or Filmora Go on the mobile devices. There's lots of other ones that will do a lot more. But notice the beauty of the Google Photos is if you use Google Photos, your pictures are already there.
You don't have to bring them in. You don't have to import. Yeah, that's it.
All these other apps and software, you have to go get your photos and videos and bring them in.
Mm-hmm. All right. But what about the problems?
There are a lot of problems. I mean, I really don't want to sugarcoat. Google Photos Movie Maker is not the best. It has no titles. It has no transitions. It has no control over sound. Sometimes I want a video sound to come through and the music to go low. Can't do it. And there's no narration like Bill wanted. There are also bugs, and weirdly, I've found that to happen more on the Android version than on the iPhone. The iPhone seems to work better. On the Android version, there are times when I create a video and it just never renders, never finishes. I have to just give up and try it again or go to my iPhone and do it there. But why I use it anyway is because it is just so drop dead simple. Ever since they let me put it back into horizontal mode, I have made a few, and because it's so easy, I do it, and I have these nice little movies.
Okay.
And here is a movie, and here is the star of the movie, Chuck Parker, right there. I did a little movie for him, and because we visited Chuck at his home in New Jersey. Let's go ahead and play this short video. So what I want you to notice about that one is the opening and the ending slide was a slide. So that was a slide that I created in either Google Slides or PowerPoint and got a screenshot of it and used it as a photo. So that's how you get around the limitation that there is no titles in Google Photos. Make your own and turn them into a picture. And that is my first tip there. And another tip is get a lot of motion. You also notice that there is a fairly long video in there of Chuck riding his bicycle. That was so fun. And I think it made the movie. And in all of my other ones, I never just have photos. You want some motion. But listen to this. If you take motion photos or live photos on the iPhone, and here's where the Android does something better than the iPhone this time. And it's a lot easier to show you this than to try to explain it. So first just want to make sure you know what I mean by a motion photo. On my Samsung, if see this little play button on here, it says motion photo off or motion photo on. When that's on, it means that when I just snap a picture, it takes 3 seconds of video along with the picture. It is a motion photo. And I want to show you some of those. And I put a couple just in an album called Motion Photos. So look at it. It looks just like a photo, right? Here is a photo of Jim and Finn. But if I turn on the play, you will see that there is motion along with this photo. So see that? And now the same thing with this next picture. Here is Jim and Lynn trying to start a fire, and Lynn is chopping wood. But if I turn on the video, you see her actually chopping. Okay. Now, what if I put those into a movie? So I will select all 4 of these, plus and movie. And watch what happens. I don't know when this started. I only just recently discovered it, but I love it. On the Android version, it picks up, and I got to go into landscape. It picks up the video portion and not the photo. Now we didn't see Lynn chopping wood. That's because it's not here. I want to drag that out so that okay. So I could save that movie, and it has all sorts of video, even though I made it just from 4 photos, but they were motion photos.
Okay.
All right.
So Catherine says one of my favorites where Google chooses a theme movie is found under Utilities, Create New Movie. It offers some themes.
Yes. Yes. Well, I just haven't had very good luck with those. Maybe it's because I have so many pictures and they aren't all good. And those, so what she's talking about, let me show you. Under Library and Utilities and Create New Movie, you have these themes. And all you do, like if I wanted I tried this the other day, a year of smiles and create movie, period. You don't do anything. You just say, make me that movie. If you like what you get, great. If you don't, and so far I haven't. So I'm glad to hear that somebody has. Okay.
Okay. More of that. Finding movies.
Okay, finding movies. First of all, you will notice that, that movies have this little icon on them. So they're in your photos library, and you will see a little icon in the upper right-hand corner. It looks like that. Can you see? You can't
It's
see
hard
that.
to see, yeah.
Yeah. I have to find a dark one. There we go. It looks like a clapper, movie clapper. So that is the symbol that means this is a movie. This one up here that was gray, that's a movie that never rendered, never worked. It's garbage. And I don't know why. I call it a bug, and I will send feedback to Google saying, I hope you fix this sometime. But the best way to find movies then is to go into search. And in search, you have people, places, things, your activity, and then categories and creations. There's movies. If you tap there, you will be seeing all movies and only movies from your Google Photos library. So that's how you find them.
All right. And we talked about movies with Apple Live Photos.
Apple Live Photos have the motion, work just like the motion photos. However, you need to create it on an Android. I tried it on my iPhone, and I did not get the live portion of it.
All right. So there was some confusion about Photopea and Photopea.
Sorry.
But there are 2 different programs. And Richard can't find the motion photo button on his Samsung.
It might not have it. I'm not sure what an A71 is. It's a pretty high-end feature.
Okay. Very cool. And finding movies. Sharing movies.
Okay, sharing movies. Well, let me go to the computer now.
Okay.
Because I want to show you that the movies I created, let me just do a refresh. So that movie I created for our 2021 travels is right here in my Google Photos library. I'm looking at it on the computer. And if I want to share it, I think the best way, you would click on it, you would click share. And you could do this on the phone too. I just figured I'd show you that everything is on the computer as well. And create link. Create link, copy. Now you just paste that link wherever you want it, like in Facebook or in an email or in a text message. So that's how you share.
Okay. How about computers?
All right. So you cannot create the movies like I showed you on the phone. That can't be done on a computer. Not now.
Not yet.
But you can edit. So you can create just a really quick one on the phone. Then you can come to your computer and you can edit. Same edit button as for any photo. You edit, and now you are in the movie editor on your computer. Eventually. There we go. So it has a little bit different layout because you have a bigger screen to work with, but it's the same thing. I could drag that photo to a different position. I could change the music. I could add photos and videos, and then I can resave. So you can edit on a computer. I'm not going to. And you can make those automatic. See, when I'm looking at movies, I now have this plus in the upper right-hand corner. When I click the plus, I have these themed movies. And since Google does it all, you do nothing here, then it is available on the computer. But I say, I haven't had good luck with these. But you can try it.
Yeah. Can't hurt. You might be real happy with the results. I think that's a great idea. All right. So I want to remind everybody about the Backstage Pass. That's for premium members only. If you want to become a premium member, you can do that at geeksontour.com. It is an online meeting using Zoom technology right after this show. I'll get that started after we close this, and y'all can get into the waiting room and we'll bring you in. We'll talk about things. You can ask Chris questions, and she promises to respond. It's even better than our Q&As. So if you didn't get a link in the email that Chris sent out earlier, you can go to the website, geeksontour.com, and click the menu item, member login, and there's links in there for all the stuff that you need there. Okay. All right. Any other questions, or did we get them all? Let's see. Barbara asked if she could rename, and no, you cannot.
No. Well, not using Google Photos anyway. It's just an MP4 file, so you can certainly download it to your computer, rename it, and do whatever you want with it.
Right. Okay.
It's an MP4 video file.
Good point. Good point. And very cool. And now, well, did you learn something?
Did you study up?
Did you? You didn't know there was going to be a quiz. Maybe you did. A movie can be either vertical, portrait, or horizontal, landscape. By default, it is created in which format? A, vertical, or B, horizontal?
Vertical.
And she doesn't like that. Can you tell? You can have up to 50 photos or videos in your movie. The best practice is A, the more the better, B, between 20 and 50, and C, under 20. What do you say?
You can do up to 50, but
don't do it.
It won't work. It just won't work. I say under 20, or try to keep it as close to 20 as possible. This is just for tiny little movies.
Yeah, okay. With Android, when you use a motion or a live photo, what shows up in the movie? The still photo, the video, or both?
Just the video. But I think that's way cool myself.
And that's what you want. True or false? You can edit movies with the computer/web version, but you cannot create them.
True.
Unfortunately, you can only do it on a mobile device now.
Yeah.
If you remember, Google Photos was created for mobile devices.
For mobile devices, yeah. But
it's not a computer program.
But it occurs to me, all you need is 2 or 3 photos to create a movie, and then you could edit and add more on the computer. So, the editing on the computer is nice.
Okay. Well, the other one there.
Nope, that's it.
That's it. Okay, we may be old dogs, but we do learn new tricks, and we might be able to teach you. Come on back to the Backstage Pass if you're a premium member. We'd love to see you after the show. It's a Zoom meeting, and we'll be there in just a few more minutes. So sign up for our newsletters. Members get the 2021 edition of the book. That's cool. And
Ebook.
The ebook.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't get the paperback. I'm not going to send that out. But do please, if you're not, become a member. Become a premium member at Geeks on Tour and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like it and thumbs up and all of that stuff. Leave comments. It's great. So, Chris, what's the web page that lists all of our YouTube shows?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is YouTube show.
And the web page that lists all of our recent newsletters.
geeksontour.com. The menu item is blogs and news. You'll find newsletters under there.
And why do people pay nearly $60 a year to join Geeks on Tour?
To get benefits like being able to ask us any questions on our Q&A page, access to hundreds of Show Me videos, written notes of these shows, and the Backstage Pass, where you get to come in and talk to us personally. And a lot of people join just to say thank you for all this content we put out there for free.
Okay. Well, that's it. I think we're getting there. Okay. I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
And we
are Geeks on Tour.
See you next time. We really appreciate you guys.